Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So recently ABH released some new lip products that are so beautiful, and these are called the Kiss Theory Lip Balm lipsticks. Now these melt like a lip balm, shine like a gloss. They're so beautiful. I first purchased two of them. Purchased the shade Enigma and Charm, and then I purchased Alchemy and Twirl because they were so beautiful. Okay, so I did a little bit of research because these are $18 a piece, which doesn't sound bad for a high-end lip product. Now they only bring 0.04 ounces or 1.1 grams of product. Okay, so I did a little bit of research. These are $18 a piece. There's 23 shades. They bring 0.04 ounces or 1.1 grams of product. I feel like we're not getting much. I mean, you can see the packaging is very little and slim. I actually like it. I think it's pretty. I think it's perfect to go in your purse. It doesn't take up a lot of room. And the shades are gorgeous. Okay, but I did a little bit of research. Hourglass has a similar product. Theirs comes in 20 options. It brings 0.05 ounces, 1.4 grams, and they're $38. Okay, so it's almost the same amount, just barely a little more. Estee Lauder has a product which is called the Shimmer Stick, the Melt On Shimmer Stick, and those bring 0.06 ounces, 1.7 grams. Comes in 7 options. So that one is $40. So I really feel that even though it doesn't sound like we're getting a lot, at least ABH priced it accordingly. A lot better than Laura Mercier priced their Balm foundation, which we get very little product, but they still priced it like we're getting half an ounce of product or a third of an ounce of product, where we're not getting anywhere near that. So even though these are $18 for, 1.1 grams of product, they priced it okay. They didn't price it like the other brands did. So anyways, again, this is, buyer beware. We have to look to see if we're willing to pay that. I really didn't, at first I thought, oh my gosh, this is not much. But when I looked at the other prices, it's like, okay, I feel better. To begin with, I feel like I can actually go through one of these. If I get a regular lipstick, it takes me forever to go through an entire lipstick or lip gloss or lip balm because I wear a different one every day. And I have many options. So I'm going to swatch them for you so that you can see how absolutely gorgeous these are. Okay, so this one is in the shade Charm. Look how beautiful that is. And you guys, you don't have to go very hard on your lips. These are very pigmented and it takes a little, just a little. I'm gonna do my lips without a lip liner. We all know how I love to do that. I've only been doing lipstick for 55 years and I still can't do it without a lip liner. I'm going to move you up so you can see better. That is very pretty. Again, this is Charm. Now, if I were to use a lip liner with it, which is what I would do, and with a balmy lip product like this, it's easier to use the lip liner before you apply the lip balm than after, because it's kind of hard for the lip liner to adhere to your skin with the lip balm on it already. But as you can see, it looks very pretty. Now this is a light shade for me, but I still think it's beautiful. I think it's so pretty. I really do enjoy that. And again, that is the shade Charm. And these, you do have to twist them up, but they do twist down, which I appreciate that. But the packaging, again, is absolutely gorgeous. So pretty. It doesn't feel cheap. For the small product as you get, it feels nice on the hand. It doesn't feel like plasticky, which I'm sure it is plastic, but I mean, it doesn't feel cheap. This one is Enigma. Look how pretty. That is like a mauve brown. Absolutely gorgeous. And you have to swipe softly because this is a soft formula, and I wouldn't pull out a lot of product at one time either. Pretty that is. That is gorgeous. That is so pretty. I use more of a neutral brown lip liner with it, but if you used a more mauve lip liner, it would bring out more of the pink. Let me show you. Now, it would work better if I didn't have a brown lip liner underneath it, but this is a beautiful shade. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. This is such pretty nude shades. They are gorgeous. I think that ABH, they hit it out of the park with these lipsticks. Okay, this next one is Twirl. This is more of a pink. That is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love that. Look how pretty that is. That is such a pretty shade. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that. Again, this is Twirl. Very pretty. This shade right here. Gorgeous. Okay, then the last one is Alchemy. Oh my gosh, look at that shade. That is so beautiful. So beautiful. Over here looks like I have a swatch, but it's not. It's a burn. It's a scar that I have from a burn that I got while I was on vacation. I left this one for last because I think this is the one I want to leave on my lips. It's so pretty. That is such a beautiful shade. That is so gorgeous. Again, this is Alchemy, and it looks a lot darker than on my lips. On my lips, it does not look that dark at all. And I don't feel like you have to build it. I feel like you get full pigment from the first application. These are so smooth and lovely and beautiful. They have a beautiful shimmer. They don't feel sticky. Let me put a little bit of lip liner on. You know what? I'm going to take it off and do the lip liner and then the balm. Okay, I'm going to list the lip liners underneath also. I'll link them. But this is the one from Nude by Nature. And this is in the shade Berry. See how you don't have to go over and over and over again. You get full opacity from the very beginning, from the first swipe. These are gorgeous. And this looks so much darker. When I first saw this, I thought, oh, this is going to be like a blackberry, black cherry on my lips. But I think it's beautiful. I think it's so, so pretty. Oh my gosh. It's like a cool tone, kind of like a berry, I guess. But these are absolutely gorgeous. I love, it's a clicky packaging. Okay, so let's read a little bit about these lipsticks. So like I said, it comes in 23 shades. Alchemy is a shimmering plum with gold reflex, which is the one that I'm wearing right now. Charm is a mid-tone rosy mauve, and that is this one right here. The first one I tried on. Enigma, which is the second one I tried on right here. This one is a nude cocoa brown. And Twirl, which is this one right here, is a Twirl is a soft rosewood, and that's this one right here. Now I want to pick up a couple of more shimmery one because I only got one shimmery one, which is the one that I'm wearing now, the Alchemy. Yeah, the Alchemy is the one that has a shimmery plum with gold reflex, and I think it's so beautiful. And it's not the type of shimmery glitter that you can feel it on your lips. These, you know, you have something on your lips, but they feel very, very comfortable, very hydrating. It's like having a lip balm on your lips, but almost like, you know, sometimes with some lip balms you have to put several layers for it to feel like you actually have something on your lips and you really be hydrating your lips. These, from the very first swipe that you put on your lips, it feels like that. You don't have to build it. Just first swipe, you're gonna get full pigment. It's gonna look beautiful. They have a nice wear time. It's not a, you know, they do transfer. I mean, this type of product is gonna transfer, but it does last. And even, I'm gonna look on my phone, yeah. Even with blotting it, there's still quite a bit of pigment on there. They feel nice and glidey. They don't feel sticky whatsoever or gloopy or uncomfortable. Some lip balms, especially when you get tinted lip balm, some of them can feel so heavy on your lips that they kind of gather like on the end. These do not do that because you don't have to apply a lot of product. Just a little bit that you apply, that's all you need. So you're not over applying. Now if you go over and over and over again, you may have that problem. Now I've heard some people say that these will bleed out of your lip lines if you have lip lines. I do have a few lip lines. I don't feel like that's one of my biggest problems, but I wear a lip liner 98% of the time. It's very, very seldom that I will not wear a lip liner unless I'm hanging around the house and I just have something to hydrate my lips, whether it's a lip oil or a lip balm, then I don't wear a lip liner. But anytime that I'm going to put my makeup on, that I'm going to leave the house, that I'm going to film or anything like that, I always, always, always wear a lip liner. I have been wearing a lip liner since I started wearing lipstick. Well, maybe a little late. I don't think my mother will let me wear a lip liner when I was 15. I don't even know, did they have lip liners back then? I don't know, I don't remember. I don't think so. I think it was just lipsticks. Our options were not that many. So I don't have that problem of these spreading outside of my lips. They don't do that. They stay within the line. But I always, like I said, have a lip liner, and that helps with any lipstick, any lip gloss. If you wear lip glosses and you don't wear lip liner, you know most of them will, you know, spread out outside of your lip lines because it's a liquid. It's, you know, you almost have to wear like a matte lipstick for not to have that problem. So I don't have a problem if I wear a lip liner. So to avoid that, I would just, even if you're not used to lip liners, just get something that is light, just something that you can barely see on your lips, just to give yourself a little border, a little wall for your balm to stay in place. And you're going to find that you're going to love it with any lip gloss or anything that you may have an issue, you know, just moving out of your lips, you know, moving within the lines. How do you say that? Spreading out of your lips. I don't know. I can't find my words today, but you know what I'm talking about. These stay in place for me, so I don't have an issue with that, but they're beautiful. Do I want more shades? Yes. And I want more shimmery shades. And I was hoping that now it's like lip week or something, lipstick week. I don't know. There's a lot of lipsticks like 40 and 50% off, but they're brand new. So of course they're not on sale, but I would really like to get me some more, especially some with shimmer, because I think these are gorgeous. And I could not find one shade in their lineup that I thought it wouldn't be pretty. This is Alchemy. Now see, it looks a lot darker there than it looks on my lips. So let me put a little back on. That, to me, that looks darker. Now I don't have a lot of pigment on my lips, so if your lips are darker than mine, if they have more pigment, it may look different on you. But I think these are gorgeous. Look at this one. This one is called Blush Gore. Now this one is not a shimmer, but look on the model's lip. How light that looks. So none of them are going to be super dark, I think, but I think they're gorgeous. Do I love them? Yes, I do. Now, this makeup look will go up on Friday. I'm not sure if I mentioned that already. I did change a little bit I evened out my cheeks, and you'll see why on Friday. But I did put a little bit of the shimmer from Too Faced. These are called Too Faced Quickie Queen Cream Eyeshadow, and this one is in the shade Love Stone, and it's very pretty. It's like a taupe. See how pretty that is. Very, very pretty. I like it. I like it on the center of my lid. But these are nice. These are actually, there's a couple of shades are on sale, like $8 off at Ulta. I'll link them below. I purchased two different ones. I purchased this one, and I purchased this one, which is called Charmed. Why did I have such a hard time? Look, I have the box here. Yeah, it's Love Stone. Yes, I have this one, Charmed. Look how pretty that is. This is like a dual crown. So both of these were like for $15 and change. I think they're regular like $23. But I'll link them below in case you're interested, because they are still on sale. All right, you guys. So let me know what you think. I love, 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 love these products. If this is something that you've been looking for, this is the kind of product that you like. I mean, these are almost the same price as L'Oreal lipsticks, okay? Yes, L'Oreal lipsticks. Well, let me tell you, you know the L'Oreal lipstick, the one that comes in a similar black, you know, they're skinny and long. Okay, I looked it up. It's not the same because those are like mattes, I think. It comes in 21 shades. It brings 0.06 ounces, 1.7 grams. So it's a little more than this. And they're $14. So these are a lot more comfortable. Those are matte lipsticks, so it's like I'm comparing apples to oranges, but I'm just letting you know that the price is not that much out there. These are absolutely stunning. And right now Ulta has that you can get 20% off only one item, but it can be high-end. So if you want to try it, you can buy one of them and try it. That will give you a little bit of a discount. That will give you $3.60 off one, and you can see if you like it. But I definitely want more shimmer ones. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And you guys know that I love lipsticks. Lipsticks, blushes are, I think, my two favorite products to put on my face, and I get carried away with them. Lip liners too, because I don't think I would be as in love with lipsticks if I didn't have my lip liners. All right, you guys, I love you. Have an amazing day, night, weekend, whenever it is you're watching this. Thank you for spending your precious time with me, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.